So today of all days, Dave is already stitching together a video for you guys, and it has the Isle of Man in it. It has me at breakfast talking about my angel socks, and after that I ended up in front of four places with crowns, and then went to the grocery store and was holding a thing of Halo in my hand. I'll give you the testimony when I see it, but then today of all days, a shofar shows up from Israel. From Israel. This is from Israel. Right there, the writing on the box. That's from Israel. So today of all days, where you have the Isle of Man video that I already documented, where the light is leaving the guy's body, going across the street, going to the other side. The shofar. Stop. Okay, so it's me and Corey, and Corey has witnessed everything that's happened today. Corey, you and I have had a pair of socks for over a year. Each of us has a pair. What does it say on your socks?
Angels 27.
How long have we had those?
Over a year, yep.
And the Lord kind of let us know that he one day he told me, go to TJ Maxx and buy a pair of socks. Is that true or not true?
True.
And he said I'd know which socks when I got there. Is that true or not true?
True.
So a year ago, I went to TJ Maxx with you and walked up to the sock thing. There was two pairs of socks. One said Angels 34 and one said Angels 27.
Yep.
The Lord told me to get the ones that said Angels 27, correct?
Correct.
And then the Lord just told me, put them off to the side.
Yep.
That's been over a year, correct?
Yep.
Okay, I'm telling you facts. This morning I woke up and the Lord told me, Jonathan, put on your angel socks.
Correct.
I didn't want to even tell Corey because Corey and I are expecting not so welcome visitors, is a good way of putting it. And so anyway, we were kind of waiting till that day to put on our socks.
Yep.
And we don't know when that day would be. But anyway, so long story short, this morning the Lord told me put on those socks this morning, and I thought, wow, well, that would be kind of awkward for me to put mine on and not tell Corey that the Lord told me to put them on just because we got them together. So anyway, this morning I did what the Lord said. I put the socks on, and Corey and I have been out this morning. While we were out, I hadn't told him yet that I had the socks on. We ended up at a place where I was, Gold's Gym. We were parked there, and I was looking up, and it said Gold Crown down below. The word Gold's Gym. It said Gold Crown. It was a Hallmark card store, and the Lord called my attention to, hey, remember the socks you're wearing? And then I thought, oh, wow, that's weird. So in front of Corey, without telling Corey I was wearing the socks yet, I was like, I think this is going to be a really weird day. And because I knew I had those socks on, the angel socks. They have the letter A with a halo over it. So anyway, then next thing you know, we're on the other side of that same exact building, and we're parked watching some guys do a neon sign at 6 a.m. in the dark. And as we're watching these guys do that sign, I was sitting there and I'm like, why am I sitting here staring at guys putting up a neon sign at 6 in the morning? What am I even looking at? And then my eyes zeroed in and I was looking at the word Regal Crown.
Yep.
And then after that, I felt like I got to tell Corey that I've got these socks on, and just like, I'm like, okay. So I pull around this building, and I'm just going to say, okay, I know this is pretty wacky, but I hadn't told him yet that I'm going to say I'm wearing those socks because it's kind of one of our little jokes. Like, hey, if the bad team shows up, we'll start by putting our socks on.
Yep. Because
we know we're angels. Mm-hmm. So anyway, so after being in front of the second crown thing, I thought, here we go. The time has come just to, tell Corey, hey, dude, I got the socks on. I have to tell you. So I'm pulled up in front of this restaurant called Snooze, but I'm really just pulling up there to park. And so I start telling Corey, look, this is going to be a weird day, but I've got my socks on. And I said, but it's kind of weird because, even the idea of putting those socks on comes with the inference that the time has come, like our time has come. That's what those socks represent to Corey and I. It's like the day the dad tells us, hey, get your socks on, looks like it's game day between us and the enemy. And Corey and I have kind of gotten ourselves ready for that game day, whatever it is. And so anyway, that being said, so I told Corey, I'm like, look, I got my socks on. I know that sounds crazy, but the Lord told me to put them on this morning. Is all this true?
Yep.
Did it happen exactly like I'm telling you?
Exactly, yep.
So anyway, so I told Corey, yeah, I got the socks on. And I was like, you know what? It's so weird because now we've seen 2 times Crown. And then I said, let's run home real quick and then we'll get out and grab breakfast. And I said, you know what? I really want to go back to the place that we were parked in front of. Do we eat there very often?
No.
Hardly ever. We've eaten there twice. It's called Snooze. And so I thought, you know what? Let's go back to Snooze. And I said, let's go back to Snooze. And so I said, I'm just compelled to go back there. And we go back to Snooze, and I'm parking in a place that I wasn't going to park in. And as I park there, Corey points up, there's another Crown in front of me. And then I'm like, okay, you know I got my socks on that's got the halo crown. There's a crown over the letter A. It's a halo. Then I'm like, okay, you can't fake this. Looks like this is happening. So then we leave there. We go home. We leave there. We go to the grocery store because I got to pay my cable bill. And I walk in and to pay it, and I'm leaving, and all of a sudden I have to pee. And I'm like, you know what? I make a U-turn. I go back in the store basically because I'd already paid. I was at the front door. I make a U-turn, go back in, and I'm walking towards the bathroom, and there's this lady in front of me, and I'm like, I just look the other way, and as soon as I look the other way, I'm looking right at Halo. It's this ice cream, and it's got an actual halo on the lid of the ice cream. Okay, so now the Lord's got my undivided attention. And I was like, that's insane, but my phone was in the car and Corey was talking to Kat. So what I did was I bought the ice cream and I brought it, and I said, look at this, Corey. Okay, now here, let's wrap it up. There's a halo on my socks, the word Crown, gold Crown in front of me from Hallmark cards. Regal Crowns from Regal Crown Cinema, and then from the place we ate breakfast, Snooze, is a crown, and a van went right in front of me and literally stopped in front of me, and it said, just a matter of time. And then I go into the grocery store and I'm coming out with a Halo ice cream, and I was like, this is nuts, dude. So anyway, I was like, to be continued, here it comes. So I get home, I check on my video, and I open up YouTube, and a video comes on, a thumbnail, it says Isle of Man. Well, the Isle of Man has a 3-legged symbol, a leg with a bent knee with 3 legs. And it's from the DuPont thing, and I had a helmet with that on it when I went to my son's graduation. I literally had an Isle of Man helmet. And I was like, I'm just going to use it kind of as to the enemy who was there also. Anyway, so when I saw the Isle of Man thing, I thought, you know what, I looked at it, and it said 216 mile per hour, James something, and I heard the Lord say, look up 216, it means light, to turn to light. And I'm like, that's crazy. And then Isle of Man, because we're on this isle that's the Isle of Man. It's called the earth. And then I'm going to turn that off, and I hear the Lord say, no, watch the video. And I'm like, watch the motorcycle video, the Isle of Man? And I click on it, and in the video, while I have the word or, 219 or 216, whatever it is, the word is or, O-R-E, and it means light, like fire, light. While I'm watching that video, it looks like this guy's body, light comes out of it and crosses over the street and turns into a halo. Probably no big deal. And then I go to my P.O. box, and there's a shofar in my P.O. box from Israel. And I'm the guy whose crest is a shofar and a crown. Okay, no, I got that out. Okay, now I don't know what world you live in, but in the world that I live in, and Corey gets to witness, I'm here to tell you the Lord God communicates directly. There's an open door between us. Revelation 3, I've placed before you an open door. That's an open door to the throne room. And he has communicated 100%. Our time is here. Yep. It's time to blow the shofar. All right, well, that's going to be fun to try and get that up and try it.
Oh, by the way, it's only 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it's 10:33 in the morning. Yeah, we're just getting started. All that happened since we've been out this morning.
Yep.
started with Madonna at Quavo. Okay, anyway. Just documenting. Okay, guys, it's time to go. Okay, so now I'm just gonna kind of summarize things a little bit. Just Corey's sitting right here. So since this morning, you know, I was watching Madonna's Quavo. Not everyone is gonna make it to the future video. I broke it down a long time ago for you guys. It's ridiculous. It's an occultic ceremony of the abomination coming out of the pit and taking over the whole host body system. Anyway, that's what I'm bearing witness to, and to the arrival of Jesus. Jesus is coming, you guys. I guarantee it. He's coming. There's no doubt about it. And I just documented in a row all the supernatural. Every single thing is supernatural. Every single thing that's happened today has been supernatural. It's all, you can see the Lord orchestrating the entire thing, all of it today. And he's orchestrating us turning into light. We're about ready to turn into light beings and leave here. I guarantee it. It's not my opinion. It's what's been communicated to me. I'm not saying this because I think it. I'm thinking because it's been communicated clearly, Corey.
Absolutely.
Without a question, it's been communicated. We're about ready to turn into light beings. And when it happens, we will leave this place, and that's it. So the end is here, and the King is coming. I may have gone over a little bit on that video. So yeah, we're getting ready to turn into light beings. The end is here. The King is coming, and prepare your hearts and just let go. Just let go. Don't look back either. If you find yourself and you're leaving and you know what's behind you, don't be like Lot's wife and look back. You know what I mean? She turned to a pillar of salt, right? So think about that. You know, don't look back at, like, if you miss anything from this earth, you know, then you probably are still part of it. You know, I mean, I don't miss anything of this earth. Nothing. It's like I'm doing a quick check. Nothing. No. Okay, guys. I love you. Jesus is coming. Okay, so I'm heading down to the alley where I got saved. It just seems fitting that now would be a good time to go down there. I mean, I know it's the end. The end has come. So anyway, so I'm going to run down to the alley and just say a prayer and tell God thank you for everything he's done to help me persevere through all this, because it's been a lot. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to head down to the alley, and then I'm going to send all those little clips that I just made to Dave the Wave. He's going to stitch them all together, including this one and maybe what's right after this. And it's time to get your hearts ready, folks. Jesus is coming. Bye.
Freak out.
We had a little incident at the post office. There were this black man and woman. They pulled up, and I was undoing the shofar on the hood of the car, and they were just like, "Oh, is that a shofar?" And I was like, "Yeah, Jesus is coming."
Yep.
And the look on their face.
Well, so here's the thing. So they're getting ready to start a church, right? And so Jay's gonna have to cut this clip in a second. Okay, so they're getting ready to start a church, and Jay's we're at the post office in the parking lot, and Jay just took the shofar out of the box and put it on the hood. And then Jay's like, "The Jesus is coming," and I was watching their eyes, and they looked at Jay like, "No." Jay's like, "He's coming now," and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're getting ready to start a church," and their eyes got all big, like,
and they're like seeing me undo a shofar. I go, "No, he's coming now," and they're like,
"Yeah, he's coming now." So I don't mean to laugh at it. It was just the look on their face and to watch their eyeballs when Jay said it. It was like,
it was that $1 million moment where they're like,
yeah.
And I'm like, no, he's coming now.
Like it hit him. Like it really hit him, and you could see the look on their face like, oh, this guy's for real.
Yeah, and then I showed them how to read the enemy's language real quick, and they were like, So anyway, it's been a good morning.
Pray for him.
Oh yeah, his name, by the way, is Johnny. I was like, mine's Johnny too. There you go. Anyway, all right, guys, here we go. So anyway, I just got down here to the alley, and look at this. The fire escape, the whole thing's closed off by these blue dumpsters. The whole alley's closed off. What's fascinating is look at this new mural they put. And here's this girl with the third eye in her forehead. That'll be a mouth if you turn it upside down. See it? And look what she's holding is the light, is a heart. That's a human heart, because that's what they're using. They're burning in the system. That's it. Look at that insanity. That's painted on the wall by the alley where I got saved. And the fire escape is now blocked. That's phenomenal. Wow.